incremental ad revenue and a small percentage of your revenue is nice, but I think Netflix is counting on more than just incremental revenue increases from advertising. What Netflix has seen with advertising is 55% of new accounts created in the areas where it offers advertising have been on those ad plans. So you're seeing people pay less per user when it comes to an ad plan, but you might be heading into a moment where selling advertising is going to be tough. So I agree with almost everybody that's been on air with you in the recent days that Netflix is resilient in an economic downturn because people are going to hang on to these subscriptions. However, I don't think that it's going to be completely unscathed here.
No, but you could go from, let's just say you're at a top tier plan, which is much more expensive than the ad tier, and you say, well, you know what, I'm a little bit more worried about the economy, so I'm going to drop down. So Netflix sees a pickup in a key part of their business that they'd like to see a pickup, but then there's an impact on overall revenues too, because you're bringing in less per customer.
Yeah, it's actually happening in this moment where Netflix is stopping to report subscribers and starting to report revenue, so we could see the revenue hit. And by the way, we just had the NFL in December, so in the last quarter, in quarter four, and now we're looking at Q1, no NFL. And I think the note on churn really makes a big difference. So you could see both churn because people are like, no NFL games in Q1, I'm out. Price hike, I'm out. Or maybe I'm downgrading to an ad tier, which Netflix has less ability to monetize because we're going to go into a moment where advertisers are going to spend less. I'm not saying it's curtains for Netflix,
sure,
but it's definitely a more challenging time. And we've seen the run up in the stock compare like almost 10% up this year compared to almost 10% down in the S&P 500. And we're in an earnings season where people are going to expect a lot out of Netflix if it's seen as the safe haven for the tech trade.